KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is a... All right, let's hit it.
Now, time for the prank call, featuring Special K on the Removale and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, Kevin, what's this all about this morning?
When you go to krbe.com/prank call requests, you can put in a request for a prank just like this.
My wife, she does her annual checkups and does her dermatology visits, and she's got a place that she was a little worried about. And so she was concerned. She had heard from some friends like, hey, they can remove it in different ways if they needed to. And she was freaking out like how that's going to work. And, oh, my God, what are they going to do? And so they kind of went back and forth on scheduling her. So I thought it would be kind of cool to give her some options on how to take care of those moles and things that you want taken off.
Oh, great. So you're worried about something that needs to be removed. Oh, she'll love it.
Yeah, it'd be great to mess with somebody's psyche.
Even I got a mole over here that's been growing. I'm like, my wife's like, well, go to the doctor or the dermatologist and stuff. I'm like, I'll be all scared. And then got some butthole like Kevin over here.
Oh, my God.
Trying to scare me.
About your mole growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope it's not me.
This poor woman is about to be ruined, is she not?
Oh, no.
You're going to ruin this poor lady.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my God.
Well, we lost the
so
listener.
awkward. So awkward.
So she has not met the surgeon yet.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call as the surgeon. I'm going to give her a couple options here of how to get this removed.
Oh, my God.
In one way or another.
I'm cringing already. I can't. Okay, let's hear this.
Hello?
Hello, Beta. This is Dr. Bukakis calling from dermatology. How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm calling to confirm your appointment here next week to remove the mole.
I'm not sure. I'm having second thoughts. I don't know if I might need to cancel my appointment.
Oh, no, why? You're nervous?
I don't know. I just heard some scary things, and maybe it's just better.
No. Have you been applying the loosening lotion?
The what?
Loosening lotion?
No, I don't even know what that is. I mean,
oh no, how are we supposed to remove it if it's not loose? Oh,
y'all didn't tell me about that. I mean, that's...
She didn't use the lotion. Okay, listen. Are you allergic to local anesthesia? We have to numb it up.
But why would I need local anesthesia?
Well, it's a big mole, right? How big is it?
Well, I mean, it's just on my cheekbone. I mean, it's not small, but it's not like... I thought this was just a simple in-office procedure.
I'm looking at the measurements right now, and I think we need to use this surgical chainsaw.
What? The what?
If anyone uses it, they're doing it in the next room right now. Hold on, I'll let you talk to the man who's doing it right now. Hold on. No, never mind. They're busy in there.
Please cancel my appointment.
No, I won't use that.
For me.
No, it's fine. It doesn't hurt, but for a second. What if we use the other tool, the electrocute vacuum? We electrocute it and vacuum it into submission.
I don't want to be electrocuted? What is
No, it's just small shock. That's it. How soon do you need to go out in public?
I thought this was just like a simple day thing. You put a little Band-Aid on it.
Yes, it's fine. Well, maybe not a bandage or something, mask. How soon do you need to go out in public?
Mask? I can't miss work.
Well,
okay, please cancel my appointment.
Listen, it's
Halloween. Crazy. I'm so nervous.
I know. It's Halloween. You can wear the surgical mask for a few weeks.
No, please. I'm sorry. Listen, this isn't for me. I'll live with my mole. It's fine.
The mole is scary. It's a very scary mole. I see the picture. I mean, if the mole isn't scary enough, the mole hole that we make, maybe a little pussy, droopy, goopy.
The hole? I gotta go.
No. Wait. Please don't go. One more thing. Are you still there?
What?
Okay. This is the one part that you may like. My name is not Dr. Bukakis. It's actually Special K. I'm from KRBE's Rule of Ryan Show with Eric. Your husband set you up.
Oh, my God. That mother...
Oh, wow. Okay. It's not that big of a deal. They're just going to scoop it off.
my God.
So your husband said that you're about to cancel your appointment because you're so freaked out about it.
Yeah, I don't want a hole in my face.
I don't think it's like that anymore. But hey,
God.
I know a good plastic surgeon that advertises with the radio station, so I could point you in his direction. But no, seriously, I am just messing with you. It's going to be fine, Berta.
Well, you got me good.
Okay, yeah, it was all your husband's idea. Maybe he's the one who just has to live with looking at this mole for the rest of his life.
You know, I'm just going to rub it all over his face. Okay?
Okay, I won't keep you any longer. I know you're at work. Can you do a favor for me? Can you say these words? Can you say, Special K pranked me on the Rula and Ryan show with Eric?
Special K pranked me on the Rula and Ryan show with Eric.
I cannot stand by that prank call.
Somebody text, you sound like Kev, you probably don't even know the character.
No.
Because you don't have kids. Gru from Minions.
I've never seen that.
He's the Steve Carell character, and it sounds just like that guy.
Yeah.
I was going to say Dr. Nick on The Simpsons.
That's
Despicable
because
Me.
that's where my motivation is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I
because
heard
I'm
that
way
at
back
first.
in The Simpsons.
Yeah. At first, I heard that guy from The Simpsons, and then in the middle there, I'm like, oh, it sounds like Gru.
I would love.
I didn't know
Gru Bukaki.
what was your inspiration there for what doctor you were gonna try and say puts a hole in your face. But okay, this poor woman, she's probably like, I'm not. Even though
She ain't
that was
going.
totally a prank, she's not gonna
She
go
ain't
now.
going.
She's
When I got
totally traumatized.
My Enrique mole taken off, that was like 6 stitches in that thing.
Yeah, did it come back?
No, I mean, I have another one over here. It's weird how a mole just
Did you
shows up out of
see-
other places.
Eric, when they removed it, did you get to see the removed mole?
Nah, I wish.
medical
I wanted to
waste.
keep it. Remember, I was going to put it in a necklace thing
Yeah.
and give it to
You're
my wife.
so disgusting.
Molly?
I can't with you.
And the only
guys.
reason I got the mole taken off is because that stupid Austin Powers movie.
Molly, molly, molly,
That's
mole.
Your son would make fun
My
of that.
son, when his stupid stepdad would make fun of me and say that
What a
stuff.
jerk.
And this
For
guy
those
looked like
that
Barney
didn't know
Rubble,
Eric,
a piece of crap.
in that time, you couldn't see it. It was flesh colored and it was right in the laugh line of his mouth.
It was like a Cindy Crawford type mole.
Yeah. It was
Because
flesh.
I've
It
had a
wasn't
mole
dark.
my whole life that I've wanted to get rid of, and my
even
dermatologist like,
notice
do
it
not.
anymore.
It's like perfect. You cannot remove
Eric
that.
used to
It is
say he wanted
perfect.
to nibble on it.
As a man,
That's a man.
hair grows.
Oh, yeah, you start
Well, you
getting
want
like...
to shave and stuff, and then
Yeah.
it's very, very
Yeah.
hard for you to shave around that.
Sometimes you cut the tip of it and blood.
I can't. Okay, can we just? There's too much cringiness here today.
I always think of... Did you ever
So just
remember...
gotta be careful out there with your moles.
You remember Robin
Get your
Hood,
moles checked.
Men in Tights, the Mel Brooks movie?
And that movie too, they kept moving his mole around.
Richard Lewis played the king, and every scene his mole would move to a different place
Yeah,
in his
that's the whole
face.
movie, yeah.
It was like one was on the right side and then the
Then it got
left.
bigger.
Well,
No,
for
on his
anyone that has a
forehead.
mole like me, don't be ashamed of it.
No, you could love it. Just
You could definitely check it out with your dermatologist and make sure it's safe.
that's the key.
And it's all good. So if you'd like a prank call that's awkward or not with Special K, go to krve.com/prank call requests. Fill out the form and then lead him down the right road. And sometimes it's a telescammer call. Sometimes it's a prank call that brought to you.
We
by
only
him.
have this Friday and next Friday, which will be Halloween.
Right.
For Believe It or Not, for scary stories. And I just feel like this year, we're not bringing it like we used to.
Not. So if
You know,
you've
every-
experienced
well,
something
listen,
like
I know we
this...
were off
Every
one
year-
Friday. We were off one Friday, and Kevin
Right.
played one that Sam, I think, cut off in the middle or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but I had
Every-
people tell
every-
me these stories all the time in person.
Well, every
so,
year we had at least one story on Believe It or Not that really stuck out. Like, oh my God, that is so terrifying or that's so crazy. We haven't gotten that story yet.
It could be even like
maybe
a
it doesn't exist.
Paranormal ghost. It could even be like a hitchhiker you picked up.
Okay. That was
I
a good
mean,
movie, The Hitcher.
It's
And then you
scary
find out that-
stories.
All right,
For
the-
Believe It or Not.
The paranormal edition of
or
Believe It or Not.
Or the Hitchhiker edition.
It could be scary.
833-390-KRBE. That's 833-390-5723.
It sounds unbelievable, but it's true.
It really
Whether it
happened.
to you or somebody you know. We want to hear about it next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Believe it or not, the stories are true. Don't ever let anyone try to bullshit you. Either you could be dead, nearly chopped off your head. Ruler Ryan Show. Believe it or not, my name's on the show. You can f off. Ryan might quit. Special ain't shit.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
I've never heard that before.
That's a great one. I love it. But
Are you
this
on my
is
text? Are you on my text stuff on my
What's
phone?
happening?
How do you know that stuff?
Oh my
this
God.
is the paranormal edition.
Well,
So
we
we
hope
want to hear
so.
from you. 833-390-KRBE.
Unbelievable, but true stories. Whether it happened to you or somebody you know, that's what we're here for. And it's the month of October, so they're mostly, if you have one that's more ghostly related or something paranormal, we welcome that story. So, let's just try and keep it moving and see what we get. Mira is up first. I hope this is Mira. Is this Mira? No, wait, hold on.
It is Mera, yeah. It's in Spanish, but it's Mera.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, we say
Good morning,
Kalimera
everyone.
in Greek. Kalimera means good morning. Mera. So, hi,
Good night.
welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. Tell us your ghostly story. Did it happen to you or somebody that you know?
So it's a little bit of both. We used to live before we moved, we lived in another side of town. This is an old house. It's my childhood home, but we had a series of things happen, especially me. In my room, my closet door would open. I remember one time, I was younger, I was watching Pocahontas, and my bed shook on its own. I remember one time I was asleep, and I used to sleep with the TV off because I didn't like being in the dark in my room.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the door open to my room and like a shadow come in and sit down on my bed.
How
and just
old
stare
were
at
you, Meta? How old were you?
I was maybe like 14, I want to say. I was older now. And I went to my mom in the morning, and she's like, and I asked her, hey, did Dad come into my room in the morning when he left work? She's like, no, Dad was with me the whole time. So it was a little freaky for sure. And then
And
my brother
when you
told
told
me
your mom that a figure came in and sat on your bed, did that throw her at all? Was she like, oh, I don't know, you must have imagined that? Or were other things happening in the house that everybody collectively as a family were like, yeah, something's weird about this house?
Yeah, it was kind of like, it's nothing ever we really felt like bad, but it was kind of like, okay, that's happened. Let's just move on.
Let's just move on.
What's the history of the house? What's the history of the house? Was it like an old house, or you found out something weird was going on there?
I tried to look into the history of the house. I don't know anything on it, but it was an old house. I mean, it was there before I was ever born, and we had lived there 20 years before we moved out.
Mm-hmm. And that was the first occurrence of something weird or paranormal.
That's the biggest ones I remember. And then the last one is my brother. So he used to live towards the back of the house looking into the backyard. And I remember him telling me that one night he felt really weird, and he woke up and he just felt like someone was staring at him, and something told him to open the door to the window, like the curtain to the window to the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And that he saw the black shadow sitting on the table that we had under our porch.
How do you see a shadow in the night?
That's what's creepy.
Yeah, and it was just like they're kind of like just sitting there, and he closes the curtain again, and then he opened it, and the thing was now looking at him.
No.
So he's like,
Nope.
oh no. So he closed it again. He had a flashlight. He turned it on, and he just started praying. And so he opened the window again, and it was gone.
Well, maybe the prayer worked. I don't know. It's funny when they're kids.
You're cleansing
The
of
parents
that
just go, "Oh,
house.
live with it." But
Yeah.
if the adult dealing with it, they'd be moving
Oh,
out the
God.
Of
next
course,
week,
because with kids, it's like, oh, they just got an active imagination.
or there's something in their vape pen. Like they're doing something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, my kid's tripping balls.
Okay, we're taking your calls at 833-390-KRBE. It is October, believe it or not, which means if you have a paranormal story or something odd or creepy that happened to you or somebody you know, you share it with us. Courtney is up next. Hi, Courtney. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Courtney.
Is
You want to
this-
share with us?
Is this about your own experience or somebody in your family, or what's this story about?
I mean, it's my brother, but we were kids.
So what happened?
So my brother, he was like 3 or 4, and I'm maybe like 6 or 7, and we lived in a trailer, and with our dad and our stepmom, and he would sit on the there's on the bottom there's like little vents where the air would come, and he would sit there and he would talk to somebody through the vents. And one day he told us he was talking to a guy named George Washington, and he had wooden teeth and he had white hair.
Oh,
and
the
he was
president.
curly. He's never been in school. He's never been in school, so he has no idea who this is. And so it was weird. And then not long after that, we were gone. Me and my brother were gone seeing our mom for visitation, and our stepmom would hear her name, and she would hear Samantha, Samantha, and like we weren't there, but it would be coming from our rooms.
Now, did this person have a stovetop hat?
That's Abe.
No, Washington didn't have that one.
There's another one. They
Oh,
found
the
another
other one. That is bullcrap. That's really creepy. Listen, I told you that 2 and 3 year olds they
Yeah, when
see
little
things
kids
and talk to
they don't know enough to like.
Right.
They
They
wouldn't know
can't
George
make it up.
Washington.
Right.
With the
So-
wooden teeth, did he have a
Right.
powdered wig?
3 years old, Ryan.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah,
I told you 2 and
stuff
3.
at 3.
If somebody passed away in your life recently, and there's a toddler in your life, pay attention to the toddler. What is the toddler saying to you? What is your 3 and 4 year old saying to you or the family? 100%, I believe, our deceased loved ones will speak to the youngest child.
Because they're not jaded like we are in life.
Right. They have the innocence and they
Those
can see
kids and
it.
dogs. You know?
Dogs?
Dogs don't talk.
Sometimes, like the pets, will pick up on it.
start running around.
Definitely. Yeah,
With
the
their
dog
ears
that we're
go up.
watching definitely sees the ghosts at our house.
Mm-hmm.
That's a story for after Tony's story. We have to hear more about that.
Yeah, are
Tony
you
is
sure
up
they're
first.
ghosts that they're seeing? Or
Yeah, Tony is up at first before Kevin's story. Hi, Tony. Good morning.
where the
Welcome
guys
to the
just
Rule
leave.
and Ryan show with
Maybe
Eric.
they're fairies.
Happy Friday.
How are y'all?
Hi.
Morning.
Okay, so this is about you or somebody that told you this story?
It's about me.
Okay, what happened?
Okay, so 4 days before my birthday, my dad passed.
Oh my God, I'm
And I
sorry.
always told him before he. Well, thank you.
How
and
old were you? Which
I always
birthday?
told him-
Wait, what age birthday?
So it was in 2018. I'm what? So we're in 5, 6, 7. So 7 years ago, I was 36.
Okay, so an adult birthday, not a child. Okay, got it. An adult birthday. 4 days before your adult, one of your adult birthdays. Got it.
Yes. Okay. And I always told him before he passed, because he had cancer, if you can come visit me, please do. Anyway, give me signs.
Sure.
Well, anyways, that morning I got up to turn down the AC. So I went to my hallway, and then right across where the AC is my bathroom. So I went to the bathroom in the hallway. And then when I went back to bed, I heard something like hitting something, and I couldn't figure it out. So I got up and I turned on my light, and it was a balloon. So we had a balloon that flew up to the ceiling from my daughter's birthday previously, and we have 20-foot ceiling, so we just left it there. And so somehow it floated into my bedroom and was hitting my fan. So I was like, okay, Dad, get the balloon to me. Like, give me the balloon. Bring the balloon to me. And it hits the fan a few times, and then it starts floating into my hands. Like, I grabbed it.
What?
And I have camera footage.
Wow.
So I went back to my camera to see, like, how did this balloon get in my room? Like, it's impossible. Well, when I was looking, it was already, like, floated up to the corner of my door. And when I walked out, I didn't see it. And then somehow when I opened the door, it flew into my bedroom. And so that's how it got in my room. And I have both videos, the video of it floating in my room and the video where I got my phone out and started recording saying, Dad, bring me the balloon, bring me the balloon.
How did you
so
feel
I have all that on photo.
when that happened? Like, how do you feel? Peaceful, or did you feel how'd you feel?
After that happened, that whole day, even though it was a sad day, I just felt extremely happy that day.
You could feel his
I know he
presence.
passed 4 days before my birthday, but I just felt so happy, and it was a weird feeling that I was so happy because he had just passed 4 days before my birthday.
Maybe you're
It was
happy
making you
because he
feel
was
great.
no longer in pain and suffering.
Well, also, it was like a message.
Yeah.
You know what you felt. You know what I mean? You know what you were feeling.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And
I'm glad
I
you
have
had
those
that.
videos forever now, so I can always look back on them.
Well, that's
so
good.
That's
I
awesome,
thought that was
honey.
a cool story.
Well,
Could have been
good.
George Washington, though.
Stop with the George
Yeah,
Washington.
Was he there?
Now, for those that don't know, Kevin will watch dogs every now and again.
Use
and
the,
he swears
Rover
that the
app.
house that he lives in East Downtown is haunted.
It's from 1945. There's been a lot of people that have lived there. I don't know if anyone's buried on the property, but it's a pretty big
So you got an
property.
80-year-old home, and then what are you noticing?
Well, certain dogs will react to, I guess, what they see happening in the hallway. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, for instance, this dog just started barking at the corner of our room. When he's sitting there and we're watching TV, he'll perk up and look at something in the hallway. So I don't know if he's just hearing things, but it's still pretty creepy.
I'm stunned. Silence. What you're saying.
That music is driving me crazy.
All right. Line 2.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I got Corey on the line. It's the Rule and Ryan show with Eric. It's Believe It or Not, the paranormal.
Sure, there's still some rats in
the
your attic.
ghostly story.
Yeah, that's more likely.
I think they're raccoons.
Corey is going to give us a story next. Hi, Corey. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
So we had moved into a new built house in Alvin, and my daughter kept saying that there was someone in her room, and I was like, okay, you're crazy, you're 4. But anywho, so she, one night she came in and she was like, Mom, he's in my room. And so I said, okay, I'm coming. And I went in there and, I didn't see anything, of course, but we did all the things that, to get the ghost out for a 4-year-old, and we prayed and everything like that, put her back to bed. Well, then the next morning we were leaving, and on my Ring camera, well, first off, she said it's a man with a hat. And I said, okay, given that it was new built on land, you never know what the land was used for prior, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, well, what kind of hat did he have? Because she said, he doesn't look like us. He doesn't dress like us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and so I showed her a bunch of hats, and it was a top hat.
Oh, it was Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln showed up.
Right?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Okay, he has a top hat, and
Here we go.
what did she say? What did you see in your Ring camera?
407 years ago.
So when I turned to walk off of my porch, I walked through a figure that's backwards with a top hat.
Wait, you walked through it?
Yes.
You could feel it.
You
Yes,
saw
I
it.
have it actually. I have it screen recorded. I can send it to y'all.
Oh, please do.
Did
But
you find
what did
anything
it feel
about
like?
the land of where this new house in Alvin was built? What was going on there? Did you tell
No,
anybody?
I didn't. But there was a Facebook group for the community or whatever.
Right.
And a lot of people had a lot of ghost activity and just different things that were happening
May I
in their
ask
houses,
you-
and they were like,
Wow.
What did it feel like? Often we hear stories about how you feel cold. You feel like a sense of like a chilling feeling.
Or like an energy?
What did it feel like when you walked
I
through?
I didn't even feel anything, and I don't even know why I went back and looked at my Ring camera that day, because it was just us locking the door and walking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh. But this happened the night before where I said, get out of my house and all of this stuff. And this is on my porch,
Mm-hmm.
So
You should Google like top hat tickler. Maybe it's like some guy back in the 40s or something.
Man,
that
your
did that.
algorithm is going to think
Top
you're a
hat.
weirdo.
I could be
Tickler.
something weird because think about it. You went in there with a little kid. and
Top hat tickler.
Started tickling the kid or something weird.
But the kid didn't say she was being tickled or bothered.
no, she said he was mean. She said he was scary and he was mean.
Oh,
Nobody
man.
wants to be
So-
tickled.
Corey,
I'm
that's a
wondering
to
if
be
maybe
continued.
like years ago he
Angry
owned that
Abe.
land or
Yeah, maybe. He wanted people off the land because, in Galveston is one of the haunted places in
Have you-
America. They have the angry image in the
Yeah.
concrete of the hospital
Mm-hmm.
because the man that had the land where the hospital was built apparently was very angry about it, and his image is in the limestone. They can't get it out.
You're still living there?
no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you sold
Did that drive you out of that house or other reasons you sold the house?
No other reason.
Okay. Because some people have left their homes because
Yeah.
of the paranormal
And some people will
activity.
buy houses because of that.
Yeah.
They are weird. They want to live
Or maybe
in
you're
those
just
houses.
lonely.
Live with
You want a
rats.
roommate.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brittany thought she hit something on the road, but what actually happened with her
Uh-oh.
car? Hi, Brittany. Good morning. I don't hear you.
Brittany.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
So you
Hi.
hi. So you thought you hit something with your car. Where were you? What was going on there? Tell us that story.
I was driving home from my daughter's softball game, and it was pretty late, around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And so before you get to my neighborhood, it's like this dark alley. There's no lights at all. So it's basically whatever you see in front of you with your headlights. But on the side, it's a 2-lane alley, and on the sides, it's these big, big ditches. So I'm driving, and I look at my daughter because she's like falling asleep, and I'm like trying to wake her up, like, don't fall asleep, we're almost home. And as soon as I do that, like maybe 2 seconds later, I look back to the front of back to where I was driving, and I see these 2 red glowing lights in front of like my bumper. But at that point, it's like too late to brake, and I hit it, and I'm like, crap. I was like,
Were
I
they
thought it was
taillights
like,
of the other car?
No. It was like two red glowing eyes.
Like an eye.
Like eyes.
Like Kevin
Yeah,
was-
So you
like
thought you hit an
eyeballs.
animal or something.
Like the chupacabra.
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was a dog because you know how when you flash lights at a
Yes.
dog's
Yes.
eyes, that's what I thought it was. I was like, crap, I hit a dog, and my daughter is like a huge animal lover, so I'm like, I have to pull over and help it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of scared though because it was dark and I couldn't see anything, and I was like, oh my god, I don't even know where because I know I hit it because I literally felt it go under my tire.
Oh, no.
And
Oh my.
yeah, and I was going like so fast that I didn't have time to brake at all. And so I get off and I start looking for it. I turn on my flashlight and I'm looking for it and there's nothing there. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, did it take off running? And I'm looking at the street because obviously the way I hit it, I mean, there should have been traces of blood or at least hair on my bumper or
Oh,
something.
right. Something should have been
Yeah,
on your
that's true.
car for the way
Yeah.
you feel like
Yes, but there was like nothing on the ground, no blood or nothing. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then I look at my bumper and it's all smashed in.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, what
Maybe
the
there's-
heck? And I'm
Maybe you hit it
And
and
I'm
went
like-
flying because those things can go. Anything could go flying like 30 feet.
well, that's what I thought too. I was on like, okay, maybe it went flying or something. So I went home and my husband gets home and he's like, what the hell did you hit? And I'm like, I don't know, but my tire's messed up now too. And he's all like, oh my God, I swear. And he was like so mad because he's like, he swears I can't drive. So I
You might
I
be
went
right.
back home and I just like unloaded and but the next morning we had to be up at 6 a.m. back at the fields. So I get in the car and I'm like, I'm going to go earlier so I could stop by and check
Yeah,
through
see what it
since
was.
the
Yeah.
sun's out. And I was all like, okay. And I pulled over and I told my daughter, okay, like get off and help me. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I think I hit an animal yesterday. She's like, you what? And I was like, I think it was, I don't know what it was. And she's like, okay. So I put it in park and I get off and we're looking through the ditches and there's nothing. Not even like a sign that
Maybe a trail or
there
something.
was an animal or
it was some like
I don't know what it was. And I was like, what could it have been? Like, because I know
I mean-
whatever I hit had to have died.
for sure, especially if it made that kind of damage on your car. The fact there's zero trace of it anywhere, it's like some weird like
Maybe it was in your car still, like underneath.
paranormal something.
Oh, it's stuck
I don't
underneath.
think it was a.
Sneak in.
She hit
dragging it.
What's that little
Yeah.
leprechaun that people talk about over the years on our show? That little leprechaun.
Could be a crackhead.
No,
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's like
it's
somebody's
something-
texting about duende or something.
Yeah, was that the
We've
one?
had calls about it.
About the leprechaun.
No,
got a
it's
name?
Something duende or some like a little leprechaun guy. I don't know.
Duende stuff.
Everybody has their thing. Brittany, I believe you. I don't know what it was. I think it's some weird, the ghostly
So what's
chupacabra.
the segment should be called? What drugs did you guys take and what did
I
you
know.
see?
No,
I'm not
believe
convinced
that.
about
A
anything.
lot of people say
You're
the
never
stovetop
convinced.
hat is a thing all over the country.
Oh, really?
People see these ghosts with these stovetop hats.
Because it wasn't just Abraham Lincoln that wore that hat, guys.
Yeah.
It was the time. Many men wore that kind of a
Yeah,
hat.
but he popularized
Yeah, he
it.
wore it
Right,
well.
but he is the role model and the poster person for that hat. Okay, go to the listener line, 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone to leave us messages. And coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, we're going to try and break down more of this NBA scandal that has rocked sports and the mafia and the cartels
Who knew the
and the
mafia
poker
was
playing
back?
world. Good Lord. You'll hear it next in Scoop on KRBE.
Celebrity Scoop. On the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taquerias Arandas, and you're going to be seeing this for many days to come as the NBA season has kicked off now. This is a giant story that just keeps getting bigger. It is a massive gambling sting that has resulted in the arrests, first of all, of Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. Am I saying his name
Sounds
right?
close enough.
Okay. They were involved in two different
Here's
types
the
of
worst
schemes.
person to ask.
Yeah, I'm bad at
Terry
names.
Rozier. So Chauncey Billups is accused of helping fix high-stakes card games that cheated unsuspecting players out of at least $7 million. And the mafia was involved.
Weren't they using those little camera contact lenses?
They were using what I
not
do know
camera-
is they were using some kind of a shuffling system.
Yeah.
There is a poker player named Matt Berkey. He told a story in a podcast back in 2023 how he heard about people playing poker with Chauncey Billups, and he was like, Something about this poker game isn't right. Here's the clip from the 2023 podcast.
And it was all built around Chauncey Billups. And I had heard about the game, and the person who told me about it was like, look, I know the game runners. I'm telling you 100% this game is on the up and up. And I was like, well, I know a lot of the people that are involved, and I'm telling you 100% that it is not on the up and up.
Yeah.
And, we kind of went back and forth, and I agreed that, like, I just wasn't going to go play it. But I had some friends who went and played it both in L.A. and in Vegas. And it obviously, like, was for sure confirmed to be cheated. Like, people who clearly didn't even understand the rules of No Limit Hold'em are just, like, jamming hundreds of big blinds in with, like, a gutty. And then just drilling it.
Yeah.
Only the pros are losing.
Yeah. Stuff like that you can tell.
So the
outliers
poker
and
scheme
stuff.
involved the illegal games run by the mob, tricks like the rigged card shuffling machines, X-ray equipment, assault, extortion, and robbery had also come into play.
And you know what's scary is this X-ray equipment, because I see it on like social media. They're showing how each card has, like, say it's an eight of hearts.
Okay.
In the back it shows the 8, and you can read it.
It's like
with
see-through, probably.
Yeah,
right?
You can see through the
you
paper.
can see the 8. It's like somebody wrote 8 on it. Kind of like those old, remember those old things you used to look at back in the 80s and 90s?
Oh,
where
it
you
was
strain
you
your
could
eyes.
see the space shuttle
and
if
the
you look
pixelated,
The montage kind of art, the abstract art, if you focus on it, you'll see
you can
an
see the 8
image
in it because these people put the contacts in and they can see it, or they put sunglasses. That's why I never understood in poker why
they
can
let them
wear
have sunglasses.
That shouldn't be legal.
or anything in
Yeah,
your ears,
AirPods.
headphones, because somebody could just talk to you somehow.
Right. So Terry Rozier is facing charges of money laundering as well and wire fraud conspiracy. He allegedly used private information about his fellow players to win bets on NBA games, and he would claim that he had to leave a game early due to, quote, injury, allowing gamblers to place bets that earned them tens of thousands of dollars. Information about the players was traded and sold. LeBron James's name came up as one of the players of the information that was traded and sold, but there's no indication that he knew this was even going on.
But they just, if they think about it, they all talk.
In the locker room, you
They
know
all
that
know
somebody
things.
isn't feeling well, or somebody has a strained calf muscle or whatever, and maybe they're. It's
And they
this
can
is
tell
a
if,
mess.
if all of a sudden they see in the betting world that $10 million is going for this guy to he's going to shoot under, then you know something's up. And then all of a sudden they win.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty obvious.
Right.
That's why if you're going to do this stuff, you can't tell a lot of people.
You got to do it in small increments.
Yeah, do it for you.
Well,
and, like,
they've both been
2 or 3
placed
people.
on leave by the NBA as of
Small
right
amounts.
now, and they are among dozens of people who've been arrested thanks to this years-long FBI investigation. Damon Jones, a former assistant NBA coach and player, also participated in both scams, allegedly.
That's sad.
So it's just going to the list is going to get
They're
longer
ruining it
over the
for
weekend
everybody.
of the people that you might recognize the names of that were involved.
Hopefully they'll think of that stuff. Don't talk about George Springer with the trash can stuff, because they're trying to bring that back now with the
Oh,
Dodgers
God.
and
That's
stuff.
a distraction. That's
oh my
all
God!
it
Because
is.
George Springer's going to the World Series against the Dodgers.
Yeah, so they're
for the
trying to-
second time in his career, he's to the World Series against the same team.
So he's getting the
Different
brunts
players.
right now.
Oh, it's okay. Whatever. Go Stros. Next
Hey,
year.
it's time
We'll get him.
for What's Going Down in H-Town on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Tachys Fiber. Staffing issues are causing problems at Bush Intercontinental Airport for a second day. The ground stop lasted through 6:30 last night, and these inbound flights are being held at their originating airport. Transportation Security Officer Sean Duffy has warned that airport delays are going to worsen as the government shutdown continues. Federal employees who keep the skies safe, including the air traffic controllers and TSA agents, are still showing up to work, but they're not being paid. The shutdown is now tied for the second longest in U.S. history, and aviation unions warn that the longer it lasts, the harder it's going to be to maintain normal operations.
And the holidays coming up, November. They better end this.
I would absolutely, if you've got a flight or you're going to pick somebody up, I'd be checking
And both
that
sides
out.
are like, "Say, this is side, it's that side. I don't care whose side it is. Fix it.
Get your ass back to work.
I'm flying next Thursday. I'm like, dang, if it's lasted till 6 p.m., my flight's at noon, so I just got to sit on the plane for 6 hours and wait.
I gotta say, guys, I got super lucky going to New York and coming back this week. I was really worried about the government shutdown and all the TSA stuff. 1 minute walkthrough. I mean, there was like zero lines. So I don't know if that was like a lucky thing with Bush and with LaGuardia.
I think it's just the hype. We see stuff on social media. People are taking old videos of long lines and saying it's now. People are just sick.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they are.
How does that help?
Okay, speaking of fake stuff, coming up next, we're going to go around the table, and there is a game that your kids might be begging you for this holiday season, but you have to know it's a scam.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of fake stuff.
More scams?
Your kid might get caught up in saying, this is the hottest thing for Christmas. I want it so bad, but it's not real. We'll talk about that and more next on The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.